Dad, what's wrong with the telly?
Good evening, London. Allow me first to apologize for
That's the emergency channel!
I do, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of the everyday routine, the security of the familiar, the tranquility of repetition.
Bloody hell.
I enjoy them as much as any bloke. But in the spirit of commemoration,
Who's that, Mum?
whereby those important events of the past, usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful bloody struggle, are celebrated with a nice holiday, I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is sadly no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak.
Let me think, just let me
I
think.
suspect even now, orders are being shouted into telephones, and men with guns will soon be on their way.
It's Chancellor Sutler.
Damn it!
Why? Because while the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there?
You designed it, sir. You wanted it foolproof. You told me every television in London.
Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression. And where once you had the freedom to object, to think and speak as you saw fit, you now have censors and systems of surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting
Cameras.
your submission.
We need cameras.
How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror. I know why you did it. I know you were afraid. Who wouldn't be? War, terror, disease. There were a myriad of problems which conspired to corrupt your reason and rob you of your common sense. Fear got the best of you, and in your panic you turned to the now High Chancellor Adam Sutler. He promised you order, he promised you peace, and all he demanded in return was your silent, obedient consent.
Inspector, you're almost through.
Last night, I sought to end that silence. Last night, I destroyed the Old Bailey to remind this country of what it has forgotten. More than 400 years ago, a great citizen wished to embed the 5th of November forever in our memory. His hope was to remind the world that fairness, justice, and freedom are more than words. They are perspectives. So if you've seen nothing, if the crimes of this government remain unknown to you, then I would suggest that you allow the 5th of November to pass unmarked. But if you see what I see, if you feel as I feel, and if you would seek as I seek, then I ask you to stand beside me 1 year from tonight, outside the gates of Parliament, and together we shall give them a 5th of November that shall never, ever be forgotten.
Now get up.
He is the one.
creative problems, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I can help you with that. Just this once.
Oh, no.
You don't even know what it is.
Still dealing.
Brother, I am light years from that now. I've been doing some consulting for a pharmaceutical company.
Well, like some offshore lab making fake Viagra. Come on, Vern.
No. This is an exclusive product. It's coming on stream next year. They've had clinical trials and it's FDA approved.
All right, just out of curiosity, and that's all.
That's it. What's in it?
They've identified these receptors in the brain that activate specific circuits. And you know how they say that we can only access 20% of our brain? Well, what this does, it lets you access all of it.
Estamos aqui com o vovô de toda esquisitice quântica, o nada famoso experimento da fenda dupla. Para entender esse exemplo, nós precisamos ver como partículas ou bolinhas de matéria agem. Se por acaso lançarmos um pequeno objeto pela fenda, que pode ser uma bolinha de gude, podemos ver um modelo na parede de trás, pois as bolinhas passaram pela fenda e bateram lá. Agora, se colocarmos uma segunda fenda, nós esperamos ver uma segunda tira duplicada à direita. Agora, vamos ver as ondas. As ondas batiam na fenda e irradiavam, batendo na parede de trás, com maior intensidade diretamente na linha da tira. A linha iluminada, na parede de trás, mostra essa intensidade. É parecida com a linha que as bolinhas de gude fizeram. Mas, quando adicionamos a segunda fenda, acontece uma coisa diferente. Se o topo de uma onda encontra a parte de baixo de outra onda, elas se anulam. Agora existe um modelo de interferência na parede de trás. Os lugares onde dois topos se encontram são os de mais intensidade, as linhas de luz. E onde elas se anulam, não tem nada. Então, quando jogamos coisas, quer dizer matéria, através de duas fendas, temos isso. Duas linhas. E com ondas, nós temos um modelo de interferência com muitas linhas. Por enquanto está bom. Agora, vamos ficar quânticos. Um elétron é um pedaço bem pequenininho de matéria, como uma bolinha de gude. Vamos jogar uma corrente por uma fenda. Se comporta igual a bolinha de gude, uma linha só. Então, se lançarmos essas coisas pequenininhas pelas duas fendas, devemos ter, como com as bolinhas, duas linhas. O quê? Um modelo de interferência. Nós lançamos elétrons, pedaços bem pequenininhos de matéria. Mas temos um modelo igual ao das ondas, não como o das bolinhas. Como? Como pedaços de matéria podem criar um modelo de interferência como o das ondas? Isso não faz sentido. Mas os físicos são espertos. Eles pensaram, talvez essas bolinhas estejam pulando umas nas outras e criando este modelo. Então, eles resolveram lançar os elétrons um de cada vez. Assim, não teria jeito de interferirem um no outro. Mas depois de uma hora, o mesmo modelo de interferência estava aparecendo. Não existe outra explicação. O elétron sozinho sai como uma partícula, se torna uma onda de potenciais, passa pelas duas fendas e interfere consigo mesma para bater na parede como uma partícula. Mas, matematicamente, é mais estranho ainda. Passa pelas duas fendas e por nenhuma. E passa por uma só e passa só pela outra. Todas essas possibilidades estão em superposição uma com a outra. Mas os físicos ficaram incomodados com isso. Então, decidiram espiar e ver por qual fenda o elétron realmente passa. Eles colocaram um equipamento medidor em uma fenda para saber por qual delas o elétron passou e seguiu voando. Mas o mundo quântico é muito mais misterioso do que eles podiam imaginar. Quando eles observaram, o elétron voltou a se comportar como uma bolinha de gude. Ele produziu um modelo de 2 linhas, não um modelo de interferência com várias linhas. Só o ato de medir ou observar por qual fenda o elétron passaria fez com que ele passasse por uma fenda, não pelas 2. O elétron decidiu agir diferente, já que ele sabia que estava sendo observado. E foi assim que os físicos entraram nessa terra estranha e misteriosa dos eventos quânticos. O que é a matéria? Bolas de gude ou ondas? E ondas de quê? E o que o observador tem a ver com tudo isso? O observador acabou com a função de onda simplesmente por observar.
Sempre somos os observadores, mas às vezes nos identificamos tanto com os eventos que até perdemos o aspecto de observador. É por isso que o material fica completamente perdido e podemos fazer as coisas sem o observador. Os dados da física mostram que o objeto propriamente dito é, na verdade, uma simplificação do que chamamos de lá fora. Quando olhamos para partículas atômicas e subatômicas, ou matéria atômica e subatômica de qualquer forma, o que descobrimos é que o jeito como olhamos para isso realmente muda as propriedades do que observamos lá fora.
Será esse observador o mundo maluco e esquisito das partículas quânticas e como elas reagem? Será então o observador? E mesmo assim, nós não conseguimos ter um campo quântico sem a observação de cientistas que tenham ido lá e descoberto coisas e mais coisas. Todos são observadores. Mas nenhum deles concorda com todos os pontos do campo, porque percebe o campo matematicamente de diferentes ângulos de percepção.
Não sabemos, na mecânica quântica, como nos comportar como observadores do mundo. Não sabemos como nos tratar como observadores, como uma outra parte do sistema físico que estamos descrevendo. O único jeito que sabemos como fazer mecânica quântica é com a fórmula tradicional de manter o observador fora do sistema que ele está descrevendo. Quando você o coloca lá, aparecem todos esses paradoxos. E somos forçados a dizer na mecânica quântica coisas como: o livro está fazendo isso por causa da mecânica quântica e eu vejo isso porque eu estou lá e vejo. E é melhor não tentar analisar a segunda parte da frase para aplicar a mecânica quântica nela, porque não vai dar certo. É por isso que existem 2 leis diferentes da evolução dos sistemas físicos. Uma que se aplica quando não se está olhando para ele e a outra quando se olha. Mas isso é loucura. Não vamos colocar numa fórmula matemática o ato de um observador consciente chegar a uma resposta. As pessoas dizem: a câmera grava e pronto, está filmado, foi gravado. Você esqueceu de uma parte da equação. Alguém tem que olhar a fita. E até alguém olhar a fita, nada foi gravado.
Until somebody looks at the tape, it ain't recorded at all.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me. This is a sparring program, similar to the programmed reality of the Matrix. It has the same basic rules like gravity. What you must learn is that these rules are no different than the rules of a computer system. Some of them can be bent. Others can be broken. Understand? Then hit me, if you can. meditation, improvisation. But your weakness is not your technique.
Morpheus is fighting Neo.
How did I beat you?
You're too fast.
Do you believe that my being stronger or faster has anything to do with my muscles in this place? You think that's air you're breathing now? Again.
Jesus Christ, he's fast. Take a look at his neurokinetics. They're way above normal.
What are you waiting for? You're faster than this. Don't think you are. Know you are. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me!
I don't believe it.
I know what you're trying to do.
The religion of the future will be a cosmic religion. It should transcend personal God and avoid dogma and theology. Can you feel it? A sort of anticipation growing stronger and stronger? Another way of putting it is time is speeding up. I've heard that discussion for a while now. I know most people have felt it at some point, maybe while watching the news or perhaps something in their own lives. Something big is about to happen. You can see signs of it all over the world. Revolutions rapidly spreading across the Middle East, protests occurring in America and Europe. Earthquakes are devastating the world, like in Japan, Myanmar, and Greece. The global economy is failing so hard that it looks like we're looking forward into a global recession, the likes of which makes the 30s look like a cakewalk. Not to mention that if global warming doesn't put our planet into an ice age, we're going to kill ourselves from overpopulation for sure. And using the rate of doubling, we definitely don't have the resources to survive the way we are for maybe a little over 10 years. Yet, despite all of these things, we're about to learn something amazing. It's something that will transform the Earth into something completely different, something incredible and beautiful. Many people across the globe have learned about this, and they've applied it to themselves and witnessed marvelous changes. Others have dedicated their lives to talking about it, to teaching it. I'm someone who's still exploring it, and I want more people to talk about it with. Mind, body, spirit. This is the sacred trinity that allows us life on Earth. Without even one of these three, we could not function properly. Yet, in today's world, we only really truly understand two of the three. We have scientifically mapped the mind and the body. We understand next to every aspect about each of them. Yet, what do we really know about the spirit, the soul? What is it? Where does it come from? For centuries, religions have been the primary source for answers pertaining to the soul, but they're not concrete. Many different religions have a different answer and ideas about how things work on this level. Recently, however, a discovery was made, which led to new discoveries and further discoveries. These incredible insights went largely unnoticed by the global community, and while governments and secret services of the world acknowledged them, it wasn't something that really got to the masses. Today, this information is still slowly coming out, and I'm going to share it with you. In the world of science, what do we really know about thoughts? We know we can measure them. By hooking up scanners, you can measure the frequency that are emitted when you think them. They're measurable, yet there isn't anywhere specific in the brain that holds them. Is it possible that you create your thoughts outside your mind? Maybe not. But is it possible that you create your thoughts into the external world from your mind? This is what we're going to talk about today. Have you ever had a moment where you knew exactly what someone else was going to say, about 2 or 3 seconds before they even started talking? Do you have a shared connection between a loved one or a pet, where you can always tell exactly how the other is feeling, or what they're thinking of, even if they're not really around? Have you ever met someone that you really got bad vibes from, and your intuition turned out right? We've all had experiences like these, at least a few times, some many more than others. There are even a few people who can kind of tap into this experience quite easily. I believe one of the terms for it is psychic. Let's say for the sake of discussion that when you think of something, anything, it appears right in front of you. No, not physically, but let's say it appears in a different realm that's in and around all of us. We'll just assume for now that it's not something that we're consciously aware of, and it's something that we're going to discuss later on. For now, let's just call it the thought realm. When you're doing something, you start by thinking about it. Whether you're building a pool in your backyard or making a sandwich, you have to have thought of it first. Even the subconscious thoughts for things like walking and breathing. This shouldn't be anything new to us. We think of things before we do them, even if it's a split second before them. This is just how we function, and our physical actions match the thoughts that we've created. You might say that you move through your thoughts, turning non-physical ideas into physical actions. When an inventor gets an idea, this idea can quickly spread throughout all of his colleagues and friends. Ideas and thoughts are spreadable. Multiple people can hold on to the same idea at once, allowing them to grow and develop further. In this scenario, don't think of thoughts as separate, but as a whole that everyone is latching onto. Of course, because we can't physically see this realm of thoughts, we can't tell exactly what the original idea was, only the interpretation that they describe using functions like speech and body language, as well as our own intuition, which is how thoughts connect to each other. Because of this, we add a bit of our own creation to the mix, our own spice, while still working towards the same common goal. A social gathering is another good example of this at work too. People gathering together because they share the same ideas, thoughts, and emotions as the rest of the people there. An example could be a college course on architecture. People interested in architecture would attend the course because they share the same interest mentally. This shouldn't be anything mind-blowing. It's our day-to-day lives, just from a different perspective. Even if you're using something that someone else made, you're still creating this experience for yourself. You manifested that iPad or house or whatever into your experiences. So with thoughts connecting with other thoughts comes our first big realization. This new understanding of how intertwined we truly are. We are not only connected in the physical realm, but in a mental and spiritual way as well. Up until recently, humankind has always understood simply that they were connected only through their physical being. We assumed that the conscious experience, as well as all of the thinking, was totally 100% isolated from the rest of everyone else. The fact is, we're not. We are so connected with each other, it's almost impossible to believe. Think about almost every creature on Earth. What do we really know about the bond that connects them? Geese are able to travel long distances, switching who flies in front like clockwork. Many fish swim in large schools, and we know that they don't have a form of verbal communication. Our pets are able to communicate with each other without speaking. Yet, it's like they know what each other are feeling and connect in a very amazing personal way. Almost every observable creature on Earth has this connection with at least their own species, if not others. We as humans are the next step in life, but that doesn't mean we don't have this connection. What's to say we're not also connected to each other in this way? We've been out of touch with ourselves for an incredibly long time now, and we are growing increasingly disharmonic. Now, thoughts being created are just the tip of the iceberg. The real interesting part comes when you look at emotions. Emotions are much more powerful than thoughts. Emotions pull on you, they control your actions, they guide you throughout your life. It's not your thoughts that control where you sit in a class or on a bus, but it's if you like that girl or you think that guy smells. When a couple is together, it's their emotions that keep them tethered. Same with if they're fighting, it's their emotions that break them apart. You watch TV shows that you enjoy. You hang out with friends because you have emotional bonds with them. Now, this applies on a smaller scale too. Do you ever have a morning where you wake up grumpy and stub your toe and think, oh, this is just going to be one of those days, and find that the entire day afterwards just goes terrible and just everything goes wrong? What about the days when you wake up excited and happy and ready to go? Your whole day is just excellent in all of the right ways. Even if something bad does happen, you're less affected by it because you're in such a good place emotionally. The reason these differences in how your day goes is because of your emotional state. People like to think the world will go on exactly the same without you, but it really won't. People interact differently with other people, and everyone would have a completely different experience if you were not there. Imagine this scenario. There's a bully in a playground who's looking for someone to beat on. There's kids playing sports, kids skipping rope, kids on the swings, and then off to the side there's one boy sitting in the grass watching the rest of everyone play. He doesn't feel like anyone else will want to play with him, so he sits apart from the group. The bully instantly knows where to go, and the circle of hurting begins. See, it's through the feeling of being vulnerable that you become vulnerable in the physical. If the boy had walked outside for recess and told himself, I can fit in, he would probably be playing sports right now. This applies to the bully as well. He didn't have anyone else to play with, probably because of some insecurity, mental, that led him to need to hurt others. He thinks he's doing good for himself by hurting the boy, except he's really just hurting himself long term. You can look into society and see a vast amount of evidence to support it too. The people who are most successful are those who talk most of success. Those who speak most of illness have it. Yes, illness is also a creation of yours. If you have a low immune system, it's because of you. Typically, we like to blame things on the virus going around or our own immune systems, but the way that we become susceptible to them is from inside, whether that there's some ongoing negative energy or some bad feeling that we allow into ourselves. We can heal ourselves also, but I'm going to save healing for another video. There's only one thing that becomes apparent from this understanding. You create your own reality. We are 100% responsible for the situations that we find ourselves in, the things that happen to us, good and bad. Throughout history, we've always played the blame game. It's his fault I didn't get the promotion. It's her fault I couldn't go to the game. It's everyone else's fault I'm so depressed. Whatever it is, and this may be the hardest thing to truly get, it's your fault. Your happiness, your sadness, your fears and your fortunes, every single experience of your life on Earth was because of you. Many of us have heard of this thing called the law of attraction, which talks about something similar to this, but talks more about evidence and not much about this thought realm. Over the entire world, people have written in to tell of their amazing stories, where they've really focused on having what they wanted, and got it through miracles and coincidences. This is but a small piece in the vast ocean of the internal world that I'll be talking about. It is, however, very real, and you can literally change everything in your life by willing it so. I know this from personal experience, and it's not hard to find others who have too. One continuous argument I hear from people who deny this law of attraction is, you don't just think things and change everything by sitting on your ass. To which I reply, exactly. You never stop moving. Just change your mindset and continue on with your life. Create your emotions in your mind, then move into them physically. Don't let your emotions control you. Pull your thoughts into the physical realm. What can you do to change things? Just treat yourself. You don't have to have a crazy life-changing experience from this new understanding. Just buy that treat you wanted. Take that extra time in the morning to make yourself look pretty. Spend the extra $50 on those new clothes. If you're really upset, maybe you should buy that car. Do things for yourself that you know will put yourself in a good mood. Bring yourself up internally, then externally. You will not regret it. I want to bring up one more thing before I run out of time. There was a scientist in Japan a few years back who made an incredible discovery, but one that also went largely unnoticed or recognized by the global scientific community. Dr. Masaru Emoto discovered that by putting words on a side of a glass of water and freezing the water, you could change how the water would freeze into crystals. On a jar that said, I love you, this is how the water crystal froze. On a jar that said, you make me sick, I want to kill you, it froze like this. If thoughts can do that to water, just imagine what thoughts can do to us. Well, looks like I'm about out of time for today. Before I go, I want to leave you with words to sit on. For anyone who is looking for direction right now. You can have, do, or be anything you want. Namaste. Thanks for listening.
Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. So if you should find it, and if you're alone, well, alone.
In the end, how much worse could it get?
Is my name.
I didn't want to see anybody. Especially not my landlord's nasty young wife.
Tuesday.
Look, enough, okay? Steve handles the rent, so you can feed your crap to him.
I suddenly had extra reason to get away from her. I had thoughtlessly ingested a substance.
Like the rent's not low enough.
I had gotten remarkably little information from Vernon about what this drug would do.
You could even be a bike messenger and come up with that, really.
What if it was a hallucinogen?
It's pathetic.
Oh my God. Listening to her rag if I were tripping, I'd jump out a fucking window.
Hello? Are you listening to me? Do you get it? You are going to be out on the streets.
And then I felt it.
You don't have a place to live.
I was blind, but now I see. You don't like me, and I don't blame you. You see a self-defeating, energy-sucking piece of shit who's sponging off your husband. You're wishing I'd blown my brains out, but my existence shouldn't make you this upset. What is it?
That's none of your business.
Something wrong in law school?
How do you know I'm in law school?
People who aren't usually don't carry around dry, academically constipated books about a dead Supreme Court justice.
You're a creep, aren't you? You've been following me.
No, I just noticed the book.
You just saw the corner of it. How did you know that?
I'd seen it before, 12 years ago in college. Sitting on the couch of a TA I was trying to make, waiting for her to come back out of the bathroom, hoping she'd have a condom. Somehow my unconscious had served that up. A memory I'd never even recorded. Or was it there the whole time, and all I needed was the access? If you're writing a paper, that's not the book I'd use.
Well, who asked you?
Hastings has his oral history. I'd start there. Interesting point. Grammatically, this guy was an idiot, which sort of gives credence to the theory that one of the clerks he had fired actually wrote most of this guy's major opinions. You could Google the clerk's sons. They'd love to talk to you, exonerate their dad. That'd give you something that no one else has. Information from the odd museum show, a half-read article, some PBS documentary. It was all bubbling up in my frontal lobes, mixing itself together into a sparkling cocktail of useful information. She didn't have a chance.
What are your suggestions?
We'd really worked on her paper, too. In 45 minutes, it was a polished gem. She was pleased. Home. But it couldn't be my home, could it? I mean, who would live like this? My first thought, torture. But saner heads prevailed. What was this drug? I couldn't stay messy on it. I hadn't had a cigarette in 6 hours, hadn't eaten. So, abstemious and tidy? What was this? A drug for people who wanted to be more anal retentive? I wasn't high, wasn't wired, just clear. I knew what I needed to do and how to do it.
Pegamos 2 caixas pretas iguais a essa. Dentro tem um circuito elétrico muito simples, alguns diodos, oscilador, EPROM, algumas resistências e capacitadores. Embrulhamos uma em papel alumínio e colocamos em uma caixa de Faraday eletricamente cercada. A outra deixamos em cima de uma mesa, onde 4 meditadores muito qualificados estavam sentados. Eles entraram em estado de meditação profunda e purificaram o ambiente. Criaram um espaço sagrado, limpando a mente e as intenções. Aí, um dos 4 falou a intenção específica para esse projeto. A intenção era influenciar um alvo em particular na experiência. Poderia ser aumentar o pH da água purificada para uma unidade de pH completa, ou diminuir o pH para uma unidade de pH. Usamos esses dispositivos em todos os experimentos e fomos incrivelmente bem-sucedidos. No processo de meditação, depois que um falou a intenção, seguraram de várias maneiras por 15 minutos, talvez. E depois, soltaram. Uma segunda intenção foi colocada: gravar aquela marca no dispositivo. Pegamos um dos dispositivos que estava embrulhado em alumínio, colocamos numa caixa de Sedex, mandamos para um laboratório em Minnesota, a 32.200 quilômetros. Lá ele foi para sua caixa de Faraday cercada eletricamente. No dia seguinte fizemos o mesmo com o controle. O experimento estava acontecendo. Alguém tira o dispositivo, coloca do lado do experimento a uns 15 centímetros de distância e liga por um tempo. É isso. Aprendemos depois de um tempo que existia outro fator. Descobrimos que o uso desses dispositivos eletrônicos gravados intencionalmente, o uso contínuo deles, de algum jeito, condicionou o espaço para algum nível mais alto de simetria. E começamos a ter um novo fenômeno, que é o dispositivo funcionar, que é o pH, que estava normal, começar a aumentar para uma unidade de pH completa, se essa fosse a intenção. Ou começar a baixar. Se tiver uma unidade de pH ou mais, está morto. É assim para um humano.
Geradores de eventos ao acaso jogam a moeda eletronicamente.
Um tipo de experiência com gerador de evento ao acaso que foi feita centenas de vezes no passado, há umas 4 décadas mais ou menos, foi que o gerador só produz sequências de bits ao acaso, zeros e uns, como jogar uma moeda. E se pedisse para alguém apertar um botão, produziria 200 bits. E você diria, tente fazê-la produzir mais bits 1 do que bits 0. E pegando a literatura de todos os experimentos que foram feitos, você pode se fazer uma pergunta. Fez diferença as pessoas tentarem fazer sair 1 ao invés de zeros? E a resposta é sim, fez diferença. De algum jeito, a intenção está relacionada com a operação de produzir esses números ao acaso. Se você deseja ter mais números 1, de algum modo, o gerador produz mais números 1.
Em física quântica, ser arbitrário e processo ao acaso é o efeito extraordinário do pensamento humano, da intenção humana.
No julgamento de O.J. Simpson, muitos assistiam pela TV por causa do drama não estar resolvido. Radin intui que deveria ter muita intenção acontecendo quando o drama no tribunal estava forte. Tinha vários psicólogos acompanhando ao mesmo tempo, e Radin estudava o comportamento do gerador de números ao acaso. Radin descobriu que quando as intenções eram mais fortes no tribunal, havia uma mudança nesses geradores de números ao acaso. O acaso ficava muito forte. Isso nos leva a pensar, as pessoas afetam a realidade que vem? Pode apostar que sim. Nós afetamos a realidade que vemos, mesmo que tentemos nos esconder e nos façamos de vítima. Todo mundo afeta.
We all are doing it.
Me diz onde você está. Ah, tá bom. Mas corre, tá certo? Porque as modelos estão me dando dor de cabeça.
10 minutos.
Nossa exposição do metrô veio do Japão, do Sr. Masuro Ezumoto. O Sr. Emoto ficou muito interessado na estrutura molecular da água e o que a afeta. A água é o mais receptivo dos 4 elementos. O Sr. Emoto pensou que talvez ela pudesse responder a eventos não físicos. Então, ele fez uma série de estudos, aplicou estímulo mental e fotografou com um microscópio.
Para cada amostra de água, colocamos mais ou menos 5 centímetros cúbicos em 50 recipientes in vitro. Pegamos essas amostras e congelamos a menos 25 graus Celsius por umas 3 horas. Colocamos as amostras congeladas em um refrigerador com menos 5 graus Celsius, onde está o microscópio com a câmera. Tiramos fotografias de cada uma das 50 gotas de água individualmente. Primeiro fotografamos a água em que não colocamos nenhuma informação. Depois pegamos a água com informação e fizemos o processo já descrito. Tiramos as fotos de antes e depois e comparamos as diferenças. Quando projetamos a sensação de amor e agradecimento na água, ela se transformou no mais lindo cristal. Nessas horas, acho que a água está em paz.
Esta é a foto da água da represa de Fujiwara. E esta foto é da mesma água, depois de receber uma bênção de um monge do Zen budismo. Agora, na próxima série de fotos, o Sr. Emoto imprimiu palavras, colocou-as nas garrafas com água destilada e deixou de um dia para o outro. Esta foto é da água destilada pura. Essa é sua essência. As próximas fotos, como podem ver, são todas diferentes. Esta é o Ki do amor. Vamos nos aproximando aqui do obrigado. E pode ver onde ele colocou as palavras aqui no vidro. Se soubessem ler japonês, já saberiam disso. Agora o Sr. Emoto diz que o pensamento ou a intenção é a força que guiou tudo isso. A ciência de como isso realmente afeta as moléculas é desconhecida.
Você me dá nojo. Vou te matar.
Menos as moléculas da água, é claro. É fascinante pensar que 90% do nosso corpo é feito de água.
Ki do amor.
Te faz pensar, não faz? Se pensamentos podem fazer isso com a água, imagine o que pode fazer conosco.
worth the risk. What would you do?
All right, I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain.
Vern's cash, combined with an unprecedented surge of motivation, enabled me to finish the book in 4 days. A tablet a day, and what I could do with my day was limitless. I learned to play the piano in 3 days. Math became useful and fun.
I'm all in.
Even half listening to any language, I became fluent.
Donc vous me dites que tout auteur qui mérite statut adjectif comme orwellien, dickensian, so that Shakespeare's pettiness belies mediocrity?
There's no arguing with you.
This was great.
So, Mom, I've been doing a little research on Aunt Helen's tumor, and it's totally clear that anybody with familial abdominis polyposis should be supplementing platinum-based doublet regimens with icosapent pentioic acid. I suddenly knew everything. About everything. Sure, you get a short-term spike, but wouldn't that rapid expansion devalue the stock completely in 2 years?
No, because there are safeguards.
Against aggressive overexpansion? There aren't, because there are no safeguards in human nature. And we're wired to overreach. Look at history, all the countries that ever ruled the world. Portugal with its big, massive navy. All they got now are salt cod and cheap condoms. The Brits, now they're just sitting on their dank little island fussing over their suits. No one's stopping and thinking, hey, we're doing pretty well. We got France, we got Poland, we got a big Swiss bank account. You know what? Let's not invade Russia in the winter. Let's go home, let's pop a beer, and let's live off the interest. Yeah. My brain was just pouring this stuff out. Everything I'd ever read, heard, seen was now organized and available. Here it is, here you go.
Eddie, hey, listen, I'm sure you have a portfolio, but if you don't, I'd be very interested in working with you.
Okay, Kevin. I made some new friends who invited me to the beach. The beach was not nearby. All my fear, all my shyness, gone.
They've done 4 basic trials. This is phase 3.
But mere lounging wasn't enough. Only problem? If I wasn't moving forward, I felt like I was going to explode. Anybody ever jump?
Are you crazy? He's gonna do it.
He's not gonna do it.
Oh my God.
serenity, for deep thought and understanding, leading to the real wisdom of knowing the truth of your own existence. It is the ultimate purpose of life, is the absolute joy of living in harmony with the original. Source energy itself. Love.
Psychological effect. Some of the more accomplished adepts or practitioners psychological effect.
I actually really enjoy the open vastness of desert festivals.
Actually, you've chosen a beautiful location. I think the most beautiful spot I've ever played in Israel.
Well, the Satya Festival, my first festival of the summer, and a very welcome burst of sunshine. The energy in the dance floor has been fantastic. Great communication between the artist and the crowd and the dance floor. And it's an exchange of energy. You just keep feeding that energy backwards and forwards, taking people to higher and higher levels.
מה שהכנו, הקהל הבין ואהב מאוד ומחזיר לנו את האהבה הזאת, זה לופ אינסופי.
Yeah, perfect show, like, have the great vibe, people enjoying the music, people enjoy each other on the dance floor.
From the first kick drum that comes on the dance floor, the place is alive. The energy here is, you know, one of the best in the world. It's kind of it's like a mosh pit out there. If I was to stage dive in the crowd, they'd catch me because these people, it's just full energy.
הקהל פה מבחינתנו המושלם, בגלל שיש פה באמת אנשים שהם בעניין של מוזיקה. אתה רואה את זה מתי שהרחבה, לא רק איך היא מגיבה, אפילו איך היא מתמלאת ומתרוקנת לפי הטיימטייבל. קהל שאוהב מוזיקה, קהל אמיתי של מוזיקה.
There's a consciousness there, there's a connection on the floor, the kick drum's pounding, we're all dancing to the rhythm of that drum, and we all connect. When you forget you're dancing, and that for me is when you're in that trance-like state.
Sometimes you get that sense that everyone's kind of head is shifting to the same space, and you've got them in a sort of zone where you can bring stuff on.
Favorite thing about it is just seeing the look on people's faces when they really lose themselves and they stuck it down.
decided that Israel needs one. And together we created something that haven't been here before.
So a lot of new inspiration, new art, and new music was something that we really wanted to bring to Israel. There is no place like the desert for a true psychedelic experience.
No energies around that will distract you from your own center. It's only you and nature. I think it's the only place in Israel that could take a festival such as Saka. But create a whole journey for like a psychedelic experience. We had 3 stages in Saka. The main stage, the Groove Secret Chamber, chill out.
The healing area, kids area, the art gallery. Everybody will have something interesting to do and something somewhere beautiful to explore in every given moment.
Creating the parallel dimension that you can actually go, and it's a different reality. When you go in the streets, in the city, no one says hi, but in that festival things are different. The same people that wouldn't say hi to you in the streets would say hi in the festival. It's just a much open society.
You see a whole different world, a whole different dimension, you know, they just go, they explore all through the festival. Discover new stuff about yourself, about the nature, about the people around you, about the past, about the future. You know, when you come back after that to your regular fest, you're not the same. You know, you saw something, you learned something, and you take this with you.
Experience of the festival was amazing for us to create. It's the first time we're doing a festival, and we hope we're going to do it for many years. The outcome is amazing. You can look around you. See you next year in Saka Festival 2014.
We are waiting for you with open arms.
Look forward to many more happy experiences here in beautiful Israel.
Saka ישראל, מקווים מאוד את זה ב-2014.
Yeah, but I knew it was Ashton the whole time.
Right? Yeah. Ladies, in a few seconds we'll be sipping on some Chris and watching the 2003 MTV Movie Awards.
Quit playing around, Sean.
I'm not, dude. My key won't fit.
You must be the ones.
Oh, cool. It's the super.
Actually, I'm the key maker. Don't worry. You'll be inside in just a moment.
Awesome. Thanks.
What's happening, hot stuffs?
Dude!
Where the hell are we?
You're in Zion, baby! What is this place?
Duh! It's obviously an underground city where the last remaining humans live and the robots are coming to kill us. Doesn't that just make you want to party?
Yeah!
Dude, let's get out of here.
I don't know, man. These girls are pretty hot. Check it out. You can totally see their nipples.
Oh my God, there's Morpheus! Woo! I love you, Morpheus!
Zion! Hear me!
He's having a huge orgy at his place later tonight. At least that's what many of us have heard.
It is true. What many of you have heard.
Morpheus! What can we expect at this orgy?
Machines!
Man, I'm out.
Sounds kind of kinky.
I'll see you guys there! And bring plenty of lube!
What?
Nothing.
Great. An infinite hallway of doors.
One of these has to lead back to your apartment.
You know what? You try that one. I need to use this one.
I see Trinity, and something happens. Something bad, and she starts to fall. And then I wake up.
Now that's fucked up.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you guys, but I'm really lost.
Wait a minute. You're that boy from NSYNC. What happened to your Jerry curl, man? That was a good look. Yeah, that was hot. You know them boys, right?
I've never heard of them.
You never heard of NSYNC?
No.
Those boys can dance. Come on, man, show them your moves.
Do I have to?
I'm the Oracle, damn it.
If I had to guess, I'd say you were programmed from the machine world.
Oh, man, I'm just doing the robot. Here, you should try it.
Yeah, work it. Come on, Neo, get in there, man. Do the robot.
Why?
Come on, man, you the one. You the one. You can do it all.
No.
Come on, man. No more arigato, Mr. Roboto.
You could do the robot with JT.
What if I can't? What happens if I fail?
Okay, dude, lighten up for real. It's just the robot.
No. I can't do that. I won't.
Well, hell, I will. Talk to me, boy. Don't be scared.
Oh, God.
Ooh. Come on, do the part. Do the naked part.
Mr. Timberlake.
Mr. William Scott.
Hey, you're that guy that got peed on an American... Ooh, you hitting the spot. How big is your fist? Good Lord. Hey, wait a minute, man. This shit is dry clean only.
You'll like being a dude. I do.
That is a shitload of stiflers.
Who farted? Sean's focus. Let's get Mr. Timberlake. What really, Mr. Timberlake? Justin, you really hit me. That is so not cool. Oh.
Hello. I've been waiting for you three.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
I am the architect. But please, call me Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Larry.
I created The Matrix and several popular video games, including Cubert and Dig Dug.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't create Frogger, but I came up with the name for it. Can you believe they wanted to call it Highway Crossing Frog?
That is so lame.
I know. It's the lamest thing I've ever heard of. Highway Crossing Frog.
Why am I here?
Yeah, why are we here?
Is there an echo in here? Is there an echo in here? The MTV Movie Awards are a systemic anomaly inherent to the programming of The Matrix. although the transport process has altered your consciousness, you irrevocably remain human. Ergo, concordantly, vis-a-vis. You know what? I have no idea what the hell I'm saying. I just thought it would make me sound cool.
You haven't answered my question.
I'm feeling a little vulnerable right now, so you just need to chill out. Can you do that? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Now, originally Neo was the chosen one to host the show, but hosting is a full-time commitment, and he's been a little distracted lately.
Trinity.
See what I'm talking about? That's why I brought in Sean and Justin, because you, my friend, are completely pussy-whipped.
Oh!
Bullshit.
Watch the sass, Captain Sassy Pants.
Yeah, you're kind of spazzing out, dude.
You haven't answered my question.
Yes, I did. You see,
You haven't answered my...
I'm trying. You just need to let me talk.
Why am I here?
Would you shut up?
You won't let it...
No, you won't let it! I'm the one who talks! Okay, mouth shut, ears open!
You haven't answered...
You do not want to see me get out of this chair! Ergo, open your yapper one more time, and I'm gonna architect a world of pain all over your candy ass! Ergo! Vis-a-vis!
This is about...
Concordantly! Justin.
Yeah?
I apologize. I don't usually like to use my big voice.
That's all right, dog. Just tell us how we get to the movie awards.
There are two doors. The door on your left leads Sissy Boy here back to his bitch. Uh-huh. What up, G? You can't handle it. The door on your right leads you to the 2003 MTV Movie Awards. And the mini door is for Muffin to go out and piddle. What? No, Hey. No. You are bizarre.
Thanks, Lair.
Don't mention it. Oh, and hey, go host the shit out of that show.
Boom.
If I were you...
Bite your tongue. Bite it.
I would hope that we don't meet again.
Why'd you say that? I told you to shut up. I told you to shut up!
Now that's done with, it's time to have a look at your face. Take off your mask.
No.
Defiant to the end, huh?
You won't cry like him, will you? You're not afraid of death. You're like me.
The only thing that you and I have in common, Mr. Creedy, is we're both about to die.
How do you imagine that's gonna happen?
With my hands around your neck.
Bollocks. What you gonna do, huh? We've swept this place. You've got nothing. Nothing but your bloody knives and your fancy karate gimmicks. We have guns.
No, what you have are bullets, and the hope that when your guns are empty, I'm no longer standing, because if I am, you'll all be dead before you've reloaded.
That's impossible.
Kill him.
My turn.
die? Die! Why won't you die? Why won't you die?
Beneath this mask, there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask, there is an idea, Mr. Creedy. And ideas are bulletproof.
All my friends are stoners. Everyone I know gets high. Maybe there's a reason why weed's not legalized. Maybe they're afraid.
My people always be afraid of what they don't know. I understand, can't comprehend the info so old. The Reefer Madness video was purely propaganda. A movie made to scare all of the kids in Alabama. Maybe they're afraid to think they might lose control instead of embracing its many uses from farming to medical. It's so pathetic though how pharmaceutical companies can make you feel high to low. It seems it's all about the money, bunny colors.
Friends are stoners. Everyone I know gets high. Maybe there's a reason why weed's not legalized. Maybe they're afraid of too much peace and harmony. Maybe they're afraid of open minds and people free. Maybe they're afraid.
No rest upon my feet until my people's free.
Maybe they're afraid.
When they turn the ganja plant into an evil weed.
Maybe they're afraid.
Check this. So many friends that I know have suffered the lies of government strangle. Pinned to the ground, illegally bound in every angle. Even the lawmakers making the laws are smoking the bong and vaping the chronic. And nobody hearing the voice of the weed, I find it ironic. So how do we govern the danger of not becoming too hostile? Not losing the mind, not crossing the line, not feeling colossal. There's only one avenue we can be sure that we getting our justice. The legalization, love of the weed, they trying to bust us.
All my friends are stoners. Everyone I know gets high. Maybe there's a reason why weed's not legalized. Maybe they're afraid of too much peace and harmony. Maybe they're afraid of open minds and people free. Maybe they're afraid.
No rest upon my feet until my people's free. When they turn the ganja plant into an evil weed.
We got a black president before weed's legal. In my mind, in my time, that shit's unbelievable. I love Obama, I love all people. I just can't believe that the plant's not legal. Reefer Madness is useless propaganda. Fear is a tool that they use to command us. So understand us, we don't fear no plant. We don't fear no plant. We don't fear no
All I've been doing is smoking a kush. Harvest the cross, I'm chewing the bush. Purple my flow, my lavender nugs, I'm rolling them up, the radio flow. Tripping and dipping and smoking a bomb, sipping the wine. Packing my bowl, it's down in the hole, I'm making the chains, I'm letting them know. Ripping and loving it tastes so good. I'm bringing my chains, so chopping the wood.
So why they so afraid?
Maybe you're afraid of the weed that we're smoking this candy, they cold it, we still rolling bold. The people in office, they won't make it legal to death my rights, cause I don't believe you.
All my friends are stoners. Everyone I know gets high. Maybe there's a reason why weed's not legalized. Maybe they're afraid of too much peace and harmony. Maybe they're afraid of open minds and people free. Maybe they're afraid.
No rest upon my feet until my people free.
Maybe they're afraid.
Why they turn the ganja plant into an evil weed? Maybe they're afraid.